Good evening, folks. I'm going to do a very short video on how to fund your brokerage accounts in MooMoo, Webull, Interactive Brokers, and Tasty Trade. So give me your full attention for this 15 to 20 minutes, and I guarantee you will benefit from it. So first thing first, please make sure when you fund your account, you do it with a small amount first. Fund it with 20, 30 or $50, let it go through, reach your brokerage account, verify that it's successful before you carry on with the larger amount of transfers. Please don't do a huge transfer on the first try. Okay, secondly, I'm going to assume that everyone knows how to log in to your brokerage account. So I'm not going to cover on that. And first thing first, I'm going to introduce you to Wise account. What is Wise account? It's an online account that allows you to fund brokerages across borders. So in my demo on how to fund MooMoo and Interactive Brokers, you will find that this option is available. So without further ado, let's go to MooMoo first. So on the top right-hand corner, you can see the word deposit. When you click on it, you will see three options: instant deposit via DDA, bank transfer, pay now, and transfer via Wise. So it's up to you which one you want to choose, but bank transfer, pay now, and transfer via Wise will incur some charges. That's why I recommend you to do a bank instant deposit via DDA. So let's click on. So in this, you can see you can add a bank account and you choose your bank account. Okay, so let's say you choose DBS. And let's link your DBS. So you just key in accordingly, and afterwards you will be able to link it to your MooMoo account and transfer accordingly. So next thing, we go on to Webull. So Webull, I would actually recommend you to actually do a fast or do a telegraphic transfer. The recommended choice is actually telegraphic transfer, which is a wire transfer. You can transfer in SGD, USD, or HKD. And later on, I also will show you some of the ways that you can fund, how to use internet banking to do the transfers. So for Webull, please do not use EDDA. EDDA is more for you to do recurring deposit. So if you are someone who just wants to do a one-time deposit, select telegraphic transfer. That is the most appropriate. So you can determine which deposit currency you want to choose. So you can choose USD. And just make sure that you take note of all these details when setting up the transfer channel. Okay. And next thing we'll move on is to Interactive Brokers. Okay, so I will do. Okay, so for Interactive Brokers, when you are logged in, click on Transfer and Pay. And I want you to click on Transfer Funds. So once you do that, you will be able to see this screen. So you have deposit, make a withdrawal. So we are talking about deposit. We click on make a deposit. And you can select a new deposit method. Okay, so there are two ways you can transfer. You can transfer via Wise, which I just now have mentioned. And you also can transfer via bank wire. Okay. So once you are at this screen, you can select the currency. So you can select SGD or USD that you want to transfer. So we can select, if you want to select USD, and you get the instructions. So save this information. Are you transferring from DBS Bank? You can say yes. And you will how to fill in. Click on account nickname. This one you can put in any name that you want. And put in the deposit amount that you want to try. So like I said at the start of the video, when you are doing a transfer, please transfer small amounts. So we can do like 30 and get the wire instructions. Okay. So you will get this bank wire instructions, of which I'll teach you how to fill in the details inside your internet banking. But please take note of all this information, key in a notepad when you're ready. Okay. So for interactive brokers, the thing is every time you want to transfer to the brokerage account, you need to initiate a deposit. So that's just now I initiated a $30 transfer. So the next time I want to do a $50 transfer, I need to repeat the same thing again. So if you don't initiate the transfer and you just transfer from your bank account, you will not reach the brokerage until the transfer has been initiated. I hope it is very clear on that. So let's go on to Tasty Trade. Oh yeah, so before I go on to Tasty Trade, you can actually go to your transfer status and history to check on your transfer status. Okay, just now I initiated a US $30. So when I go to my internet banking and start to transfer, the status will change from pending to completed. But if you do not need this transfer, you just cancel it accordingly. So we'll go on to Tasty Trade. Okay, so when you are Tasty Trade, on the top left-hand corner, click on Manage and click on Deposits. So there are a few choices here, but I want you to choose by wire only. Okay, so for Tasty Trade, you can only transfer by wire. And the thing is, for the transfer to happen, please make sure that you are transferring to the bank account that is mentioned here, which is the recipient beneficiary account number. So when you're keying in your details inside internet banking, please make sure that it is this bank account number, okay? And also take note of the recipient beneficiary name as well as the recipient beneficiary address. All these are very important information. So just some additional information. If you are going to transfer, in the notes, please put in your account number itself. So this one is your actual account number, and that's Tasty Trade in, just as a comment so that you know that you have transferred for this particular account. So that is all for MooMoo, Webull, Interactive Brokers, and Tasty Trade. Following, I'm going to teach you how to set up your internet banking details. In this video, I'm going to use DBS as an example. So it will be similar if you are using a Maybank account or OCBC account or other accounts. The UI may be different, but the details will likely be the same. So let's start off with this. So this is internet banking for DBS. You can actually see you can to other DBS or POSB account to you are transferring doing fast, or you can do a DBS remit and overseas transfer, which is wiring. So you're wiring your funds over to the brokerage account. Okay, so let's go on to talk about each of them. So when you are doing a fast transfer, what you need to know is the recipient name, recipient bank, and the recipient's account. Okay, it will be indicated when you the instructions to transfer will be indicated when you're doing the transfer. So just now I was giving an example on using MooMoo. So this one is how do you transfer funds to another DBS account? So in Interactive Brokers, we have let's go back to Interactive Brokers. Let's say make a deposit. Maybe this time I want to choose SGD. I want to get my instructions. So I will not save this information. And let me key in the details, DBS. And I want to facilitate $30. Okay. So basically, DBS information is all here. You can key in all the details and you will be able to show up as a new DBS account. New DBS transfer. Let me show you again. So you key in the recipient name and the recipient account number when you add a new DBS or POSB recipient. So what is the account number? It will be 072-015-0775. And who will be the recipient? You can actually name it by yourself. For clarity's sake, you might want to name it as like IBKR or Interactive Brokers for easy to remember. Okay. And next thing is, this is what we call wire transfer, which is remit transfers. So just now I shared that you need to be recording down all these details over here. So recipient full name, we put Tasty Trade via Apex Clearing. We get recipient will get USD when we transfer. And key in the SWIFT code as well as the full address of the bank. Okay, the SWIFT code is over here. For non-domestic wires, use the SWIFT code HATIUS44. It may be different for your account, but please double check on this SWIFT code and key in the recipient's beneficiary address. So these are the three kinds of transfers you can do. You can either do a fast transfer. You can either do a DBS remit wire transfer, or you can do a transfer to other DBS account. And last but not least, you can also do a wire transfer. So here are 3 ways to do transfer via internet banking. And there's one way to do via wire transfer, which I just shared with you earlier. So if you have not taken down the affiliate link, you just use this to sign up for a Wise account. To open a Wise account is totally free. And I hope this sharing has helped you a lot. Thank you for watching this video.